Hello, and welcome to Ronnie's Reviews, where Ronnie reviews. Now, this week, Ronnie will be reviewing a book again, but let's start off by looking at some comments from last week's video. Now, straight away, I have to say that maybe I think that in the video I wasn't quite clear because a lot of you have written guilty. That's fine, maybe it was confusing. There's been a lot of funny suggestions for things for me to review. So let's have a look at those. A lot of comedians out there. Charles H.L. Lyons has written, review the Bible. Way too long. Laura Thitt has said, you should review An Animal Farm. Silly Swoo has written, you should review A Red Pony by John Steinbeck. My father gave it to me on his deathbed, and it always makes me cry. Well, a lot of great suggestions, but I'm afraid I had to go with the most popular suggestion, which this week was Have a Nice Day, the autobiography of the professional wrestler known as Mankind, WWE, or WWF as it was then, written by Mick Foley. That's his real name. You can see why he changed it. In the red corner, weighing in at 180 pounds, is Mick Foley. Mick Foley. Mankind is better, slightly. New this week also, I have actually read the book because I read a comment on last week's video, a very interesting comment, written by a guy called Frag Winner. And Frag Winner says, why not read the book before you review it? We gained nothing from this terrible, terrible video, which is also, sadly, one of your best. Well, make your mind up, Frag Winner. Terrible or one of my best? But I did read the book, so this week you'll be learning a lot more about it. Here we could have a look at the blurb, but instead of a blurb, it's actually just got a list of all the injuries he sustained. It's a good idea. People who like injuries will then buy the book. We've got here separated right shoulder, broken cheekbone, 4 front teeth knocked out of the front, probably. 2/3 of ear ripped off. 8 concussions to the head. Nose broken. Twice. Broken jaw. Same cheekbone, but the other side. Dislocated left shoulder. 54 stitches just here on his left arm. Fractured left shoulder. A broken left thumb. 5 broken ribs. Good! Right there. Bruised kidney. Slightly lower down. Just the same punch, maybe. Broken toe. Torn meniscus. It's in the leg, apparently. Torn abdominal. Torn muscle in his stomach. Bone chips in elbow. 2 herniated discs. 2nd-degree burns on arm and shoulder. So you could see the lengths that this guy went to just to create his image. We can have a look at some of the quotes about the book from other critics. Engaging, grabs the reader by the throat, just like a wrestler would do. The best insider look at professional wrestling ever written. Probably true. I can show you some of the. So you can see that this week I'm showing you. You're learning a lot more about the book. I can show you some of the. Some of the pictures are really very ghastly indeed. I would say that this book is more for fans of professional wrestling. I find it intensely boring, very, very dull. Good book. So there we go. Next week, I will not be reviewing a book because we've had 2 in a row. Let's move on. And instead, I will be reviewing whatever my brother gets me for Christmas. So the onus is severely on him. You can see I'm wearing my festive scarf in preparation. So I shall see you next week. Have a merry jolly Christmas. And don't forget to comment whether you think it was a good book or not. Instead of guilty or not guilty, let's have a wrestling one. Let's have pin if you think it was a bad book, and good uh, and not pin if you think it was bad. And I'll leave you with this thought. I really had doubts about my future. So I shall see you next week. Have a Merry Christmas.